I need to know who is paying off who. I need answers now. What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Whether you agree with me, want to talk trash with me, or talk trash to me, you're going to enjoy this channel because I do college football videos every single day. I've already done a video on the top 8 teams in the AP Top 25 and their numbers and how they compare. I'll leave that link in the description below. But this video, I'm talking about the new playoff rankings. It's kind of nonsense, guys. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. Number 25, Louisiana Lafayette. They're 8-1. Last week they were non-ranked. They obliterated UL Monroe 70-20. I was wondering why they weren't ranked last week, so better than nothing. Number 24, Tulsa. Their game was postponed. They rise one spot. They're 5-1. And a big matchup versus Cincinnati looms large. And they could play them twice. Number 23, Oregon, the big faller. They're 3-1. They fell 8 spots because they got upset at Oregon State 41-38. I wasn't surprised. I called it because of the rushing attack of Oregon State. Number 22, Washington. They go from non-ranked to number 22. They're 3-0. Came back from a 21-point deficit against Utah, and they come back and win 24-21. Number 21, Marshall. They're undefeated, and they didn't get to play this week. They're still getting disrespected. That's way too low for Marshall. Number 20, USC. They are 3-0. They didn't get to play. They had to cancel their game. I don't know if they'll get to make it up. We'll see. Number 19, Iowa. This is where the stupidity starts. They're 4-2. They barely beat a bad Nebraska team 26-20, and they jumped 5 spots. I think somebody in the committee is trying to kiss somebody's rear end who's affiliated with Iowa. Number 18, Coastal Carolina. They are 9-0. They whooped Texas State, and they jump up 2 spots, but I still think that is way too low for Coastal Carolina. Total disrespect. Number 17, North Carolina. Last week they were 6-2. This week they are 6-3 because they actually lost to Notre Dame convincingly, and they jump up 2 spots. What? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense other than they're trying to make that win look really good for Notre Dame just in case they lose to, Clemson in the ACC Championship. Number 16, Wisconsin. They didn't get to play. Their game was canceled. They stayed the same. They're 2-1. Number 15, Oklahoma State. They're 6-2. They barely beat Texas Tech, who's a bad team, 50-44, and they jumped 8 spots. That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm telling you, all they're trying to do is to bury the group of 5 teams that are doing really well this year. Number 14, Northwestern. They're 5-1. They fell 6 spots after losing at Michigan State. That's a bad loss. They lost 29-20. If Northwestern doesn't get some offense, they're not going to win the Big Ten. Number 13, BYU. This was their off week. They're 9-0. They only rose 1 spot. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I did the numbers. BYU all the way down at 13 does not make any sense. Go check out that video when you have a chance. Number 12, Indiana. They're 5-0. They beat Maryland 27-11, and their quarterback, Michael Penix, suffered a season-ending torn ACL. I really feel bad for that guy. He's not had a good career due to injuries. But they want to make Indiana as good of a win for Ohio State as possible. Number 11, Oklahoma. They're 6-2. They didn't get to play. Their game against West Virginia, which I was supposed to be there, got postponed to December 12th. I'll be there. And Oklahoma does look good as of late. Number 10, Miami. They're 7-1. They didn't play. Their game got postponed. We'll see how they rise if they get to play again. Number 9, Iowa State. Wow, they have come back from that letdown loss at the beginning of the season to Louisiana Lafayette, and it's not looking like a bad loss, actually. They go to Austin and beat 17th-ranked Texas 23-20, and I called it because I knew Tom Herman would coach Texas right out of that win, and he did. Number 8, Georgia. They're 6-2. They rose 1 spot. They obliterated South Carolina 45-16. South Carolina is a bad team. They just fired their coach. So, like I said, I did the numbers in another video. Go check it out. Georgia at number 8 is just, it's ridiculous. It's laughable. the two good teams that they played, they got blown out. Number 7, Cincinnati. They're 8-0. They didn't get to play. Their game against Temple was canceled, which wasn't a big deal anyways. Temple was terrible. But I still think Cincinnati should be higher. Go check out the video. Number 6, Florida. They're 7-1. They beat Kentucky 34-10. And they're headed to the SEC Championship. If they win, they're in. Number 5, Texas A&M. They're 6-1. They beat LSU 20-7, but kind of struggled a little bit. I'm telling you, the numbers do not favor Texas A&M. They are way too high. They're rewarding that head-to-head over Florida a little too much, in my opinion. Number 4, Ohio State. They had to cancel another game, and if another game gets canceled, they won't play in the Big Ten Championship. But you know what? The playoff committee said that doesn't matter. You don't have to win your conference championship, even though the rules before this year was a big deal. So they changed the rules for Ohio State, and they're making Indiana look like a great win for Ohio State. The playoff committee wants Ohio State in the playoffs. Bottom line. Number 3, Clemson. They're 8-1. Good win over Pitt, 52-17. In years past, Pitt has given Clemson some trouble, including upsetting Clemson in their only loss in their first national championship run. So this was a nice win for Clemson. Number 2, Notre Dame. They're 9-0. They beat number 19 North Carolina convincingly in Chapel Hill, 31-17. But North Carolina still rose 2 spots. I still can't get over that. Number 1, Alabama. This I cannot argue with. The numbers back it up. The schedule backs it up. The margin of victory backs it up. Everything backs it up. Alabama is the number 1 team in the nation. And they just proved it by just spanking their rival, number 22 Auburn, 42-13. So I have nothing bad to say about that. But the rest of these rankings are just, oh my gosh, it is obvious. They're not even trying to hide it. It's obvious. The committee does not want any group of 5 team getting to the playoffs. They're trying to bury them. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on my next show.